Hi everyone and welcome back to Excel Wiz. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create a simple timeline in Excel just like the one you can see here. In this example, I have my project name as to complete SQL mastery program, and I want to do it in exactly 38 days, and the project date start on 1st August and complete in 8th of September 2025. So I've got the learning modules, module duration, start date, end date, and now the single dates of each of the day. So as you can see, for database fundamentals and SQL basics, I will use just one day to complete it. But if I want to change it, let's say for example I have delayed for a reason and maybe it took 3 days for me to finish. If I click on it and enter, as you can see, our timeline adjusts accordingly. Let's say for example the table join mastery, I took for example 4 days to finish it. If you click on it, as you can see on the right side, with our red cells, you can see the timeline adjust accordingly. So if you want to know how you can do a simple timeline like this, it could be your learning timeline or either a personal project timeline. Either you can just use this kind. So please stick around and I'll show you how you can do this. So as you can see, now we need to calculate. To just have our start date and end date, we have to use our formulas. The first thing that we want to do, let's say for example our start date is going to be, let's start calculating with the next month, that is 1st of August. So as you can see, we have our start date and our end date. Now for us to calculate our end date, we are going to say that it's going to be our start date and then we add the module duration. So our formula is going to be our start date plus our module duration, which is going to be the 6th of April. So we are going to use the start date of the next learning module is going to be one day after our end date. So our start date is going to be our end date, and then you add just one day and then click enter. So our end date at this particular moment is going to be our start date. So equal sign our start date, and then we add our module duration, which is going to be the 8th. So you can see we only took one day, and this is why we are on the 8th. So let's copy all these formulas down and fill for all this. So as you can see, the last day is so let's change the date a bit. So under the number, click on the number here. On the date, let's switch it up to this type of date and click on OK. So let's click apply to all of them. Or just let's, sorry, I need to use it for all this. And there you go. So you see our project starts on the 1st of August and it lasts to the 11th of September. So we want to calculate the project duration. So the project duration is going to be the start date of the project, the end date of the project minus the start date of the project. So the first date, as we can see, is this. So equal sign, and then this is always going to be our start date, which is the 1st of August, and our end date. So we could actually do this. So the start date is going to be the minimum the minimum of the start date. So the minimum of the start date is going to be our start date, and then the end date is going to be the maximum. It's going to be the maximum of the end date, which should give us the last date, that is the 11th of September. And there we go. So let's do a little bit of formatting here. Yeah, that's better. So the project duration is going to be the project end date, and then you subtract the start date. So as you can see, our our project duration is going to take 41 days, and it's taking into account, let's say, for example, let's try and change this, our module duration for the first database fundamentals to be, let's say we will take 10 days. As you can see, our project duration changes while our project end date changes as well. So this is something you see it's already working. So let's now move on and create our timeline. And as you can see, we need a timeline that starts from the 1st of August all the way to the 16th of December. So let's start here. So let's create our timeline. Our first date, of course, is going to be the 1st of August. The 1st of August, supposed to be 20, we are supposed to be using 2025. So let me correct that and come back. So that's fixed, but as you can see, if I have to put all the dates all the way, they are going to take a lot of space. So we can adjust this. Right click on it, and let's do format cells, and then under alignment, let's do it 90 degrees, and then click on OK. As you can see, this is much better. And then let's put it in the center, and just, yes, this is much better. So let's do our borders. And there we go. So what we need to do now, I'm going to highlight and drop all the way to the right, so we can get to the 16th of September, which is the last day. So drop this. So now that we have our timeline dates, it's time for us to work with now the time. So here we are going to use a different formula, which is we are going to combine if and and. So you'll start with if. So what we are trying to do, we say if and. So we want to know that if our first date and if this date is greater or equal to our start date, or either if this is less or equal to our end date, close your parentheses, a comma. So if that is correct, then we want to have a YY, or if otherwise, we just need to leave it blank, and then close your parentheses and click and enter. So as you can see, our date here corresponds with this. And since we are going to drag this formula all across, all the way to the right, we need to ensure that you've locked our column and rows here. So what you're going to do, click on that column. Let's so to do that, we'll use the cell referencing, which absolute, we put a $sign here, and another one here as well. So once that's done, click your enter. This ensures that our start date and end date are not going to be mixed up. So what you're going to do, we are now going to drag this formula down and drag it on the right all the way to the last all the way to the last. And as you can see, now we have our timeline, but this is not very readable. So what we can do, we can actually change this by, let's go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and let's say let's cancel this. You have to ensure that you have all your cells highlighted or selected to ensure you do this in one go. So click on conditional formatting, highlight cells, rules, equal to. So you want to change every cell that has our YY. We want to replace it with, let's go for a custom color. So we could do this green. So that's for the font, and we also need the same for now our fill. So we just do not see any writings on it and click on OK. It's not working. Hold on, let's try this again. So conditional formatting, highlight, so equal to the cells that we need are YY. We need them to have this color for the fill, and our font, we also need it to be the same color as well, and then click on OK. So I found the problem. The issue is with the spacing in our formula bar. So let's backspace that and get rid of all these unnecessary spaces, and then click on OK. So as you can see, we have the color that we need. So all we have to do is just drag and drag across our columns. So let's drag and drop across our columns. All the way to the end. And as you can see, now it's all is done. So we can try and do, let's try and do away with the 4 days, and let's say maybe we only took 2 days. So as you can see on our right, where we have our green color cells, they're changing. So let's try with the first module. Let's say we took like 5 days to finish this module. When you click on OK, you can see the timeline adjusts, your project duration changes, and your end date as well changes. So that's how you can actually do a timeline. But now there's one issue that you would have. Let's say maybe we started at a later date. Let's say we started on the 10th of August. Let's say we started of August 2025. So if you click on this, you see it moves all the way rather than starting from here. So we want to change that. So let's move back with that. So what we can do to fix that problem is click on the first cell. We want to always ensure that in this cell we always have the start date, which is E8. So let's insert our formula here, equal sign. We always want our start date to be this. So that's it. So with the second cell now, we want to always ensure that it's the previous date, and then you add on 1. So we start with this cell and then we add 1. And then as you can see, we have the 2nd of August, and we need it to go now across all the cells. So what we're going to do, we're just going to drag and drop so our formula can move across. So as you can see here, we have AP plus AP7 plus 1, so that goes all along. So let's go back and try starting our project on the 10th of August and see how that changes. So this should change the start date here as well as here. So please observe on that. Let's see if this works properly now. As you can see, our project start date on 10th of August at the same time as our timeline start at the same time. So if this is what you need to do to actually create a timeline for either your study project, personal project, or any kind of project. So it's been a long one, but I really hope you've been able to know how to move along or follow along with this. If you need this workbook, please let us know in the comment section. The first 5 people will get the workbook for free. So just be among the first 5. Otherwise, as always, thank you very much for watching, and see you again in the next video. Goodbye.